Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Min and today we are ranking in a tier list all of the new cozy games that I have played in the first half of 2023. So let's just get right on into this video because we have a lot of games to talk about. The first game we're talking about is Mail Time. Mail Time is an adorable game where you play as a Mail Scout in training. You deliver letters across Grumblewood Grove, but your ultimate goal is to find Greg. When I played the game upon release, I was awed by the hilarious dialogue and the adorable characters. So the game is a lot of fun, but at the time that I played it, there were still some things that needed patching. Those things have now been patched, but one of those things was that if you find Greg before you finish your other quests, that you had to just end the game there. You couldn't go back and finish the other quests or give letters to the other people you were supposed to give to, so you couldn't experience the full game. That has now been patched, so that's definitely a huge plus. The game did give me a little bit of motion sickness, so that's something to be aware of if you struggle with that. I personally don't struggle with that when it comes to gaming, so that was a new thing for me and a little bit weird. So I don't know if anyone else experienced that too, but I got super sick during this game. Overall gameplay is relaxing and fun, and you have to do a lot of figuring out how to get places on the map and how to deliver the letters, but as you keep going it gets easier and you're figuring it out, like, oh, how do I get here, how do I get there, where's this person at? There is no map in the game, and that's part of like the difficulty of getting around, which I didn't really mind. I kind of liked that element because there's not a ton of gameplay aspects to the game other than delivering the letters, so not having the map does make it a little bit more challenging. My last gripe about this game is the price. The price is $19.99 and it's a fairly short game. You can probably finish it in about 5 hours. The game is $19.99 and it's currently on sale for $15.99 on Steam. And it does seem a little bit high for such a short game. Ultimately, I would recommend this game when it goes on sale. It is a cute, cozy game, and I believe this is the first game that she's developed. But I think if you want a short, cozy game to play, then you can play this one. So I'm going to put this one in tier B. The next game is Sunhaven. Sunhaven. A game I've been needing to get back into, but I got too encapsulated by Roots of Pacha, which I'll talk about later in the video. Sunhaven is a fantasy farming sim RPG with loads of content. You can have up to 4 farms and play the game in multiplayer with up to 8 people. You can build relationships with the townsfolk, get married, and so much more. The issue for me was that I was not playing this game in multiplayer, and I became super overwhelmed once the second farm became added, and I can't manage all of that myself. I became overwhelmed with the amount of content in the game and managing multiple farms. I appreciate that the game is continuing to get DLC, quality of life upgrades, and content updates. I do see this game having a lifetime of longevity and replayability. It's a game that I would like to play again, but got overwhelmed with. But it is a good game nonetheless. Sunhaven retails for $24.99 at full price, but is currently on sale right now for $17.49. I'm also adding Sunhaven into the B tier list. I think I need to put more time into this game and just continue exploring it, but I haven't gotten back to it just yet. Personally, I prefer a game that is a little bit more simplistic, especially when it comes to the farming sim genre. What would you rate Sunhaven? I'm really curious. But for me, I am putting Sunhaven in the B tier list. In the B tier of the list. Dordogne! The next game is Dordogne, and this game was gifted to me by the developers, so thank you very, very much. Dordogne released on June 13th, 2023, and it's a unique narrative experience where you see the world through Mimi's eyes as you revisit your childhood and uncover family secrets. This game is absolutely beautiful, from the art style to the gameplay to the storyline and everything in between. I really did feel immersed in Mimi's life, and that's what I really liked about it. The game retails for $14.99 and it's about a 5-hour game. So I knew that going into it, and I actually appreciate having a short game to play every so often to finish up in one sitting was really nice for me. I felt like a sense of reward, like, oh, I just completed a game. So you're able to finish this game in one sitting, but there's also a lot to go back to because you can replay the game and finish the achievements that you get on Steam, or you can also play this game on PC/Xbox Game Pass if you already are paying for that subscription service. So I'm going to place this game in the A tier because it was emotional, made me feel something type of game, and it was absolutely stunning. Roots of Pacha! Roots of Pacha is the next game that I said I would mention. This one released April 25th, 2023, and boy, does this game deserve a lot more attention than it's got. This is a pixel art farming game that takes place in the Stone Age. You can discover ideas to enhance the village and your quality of life. You're able to domesticate animals through an adorable, really cool mini game, find and plant seeds, befriend and marry villagers, and explore the caves. This game is so unique and special and presents so many new creative takes on farming sim elements. A mechanic that I particularly love is how it has a bag for your seeds and for your tools, so it's not taking up space in your backpack because it has its own separate little compartments. I also love the festivals and the decor in this game. I'm not much of a decorator, but when it comes to Roots of Pacha, I've been decorating my whole house with the cute things, and you can paint the pots, and I just love it. The festivals, like I mentioned, are also super fun. There's one that I absolutely love where you have to figure out by talking to all the other NPCs who is the judge of the cooking contest, and then you have to cook something based on what that judge likes. And you don't find out if you got the correct judge until they go up and taste the food and they're like, it was me and this is not a dish I like. If you love Stardew Valley, you might really, really like this game. It's unique in its own way. It's such a wonderful game, and I highly, highly recommend it to anybody. It does have that grindy feeling of like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and it's a lot harder to make money in the early game and even throughout the rest of the game, in my opinion. So I kind of like that. I am going to place Roots of Pacha in the S tier. Sunrise's Order. This is a game that I was emailed about by the development team to check out. So keep in mind that my thoughts are based off of only demo gameplay, and this game is not yet fully released. I attempted to film my first impressions of this game to make a YouTube video, but obviously that never made it to the channel, and here's why. I quickly found myself feeling put off by the art style of the game. It felt very mobile game, and it didn't feel right. The movement of the game and how the map moves as you move along with it didn't feel good to me, and I also didn't enjoy seeing a lot of typos and issues still in the game. I feel that the idea behind this game has a lot of potential, but it hasn't been fleshed out well just yet, and it's a farming sim where the farmer finds himself on an island and they have to order through Amazon to start and build up their farm. Something that I would like to see improved in this game is the movement on the map as you're walking around, because it just kind of like bounces up and down as you go up or down on the map, and I don't really like that. So I feel like that needs to kind of be smoothed out. The map for this game is not helpful at all, and I don't like how it looks. So I would like to see that improved. I also don't think there are any other characters in the game from the start, which is part of the gameplay, but I would like to see like a town or other people in the game, or maybe even just a storyline to let you know, is that to come later or not? Because you don't really know. There's no storyline given to let you know if that'll change as you progress in the game. I really hope that the developers don't take offense to this, but instead take it as constructive criticism, as the idea behind this game does have a lot of potential. I would love to see them gain a little bit more inspiration from other farming sims that have really blown up in this past 6 months, this past year, and I would love to see them make much needed improvements to this game, and if they do so, I will be willing to check it out again and update my thoughts. But unfortunately, at the current state that I played the game in the demo, I do have to place this one in the D tier. Okay, the next game that I'm going to share is Paleo Pines. Paleo Pines releases September 26, 2023, and I was able to play the demo of this game during Steam Next Fest on June 19th, 2023. Paleo Pines is a farming sim, but with dinosaurs. It's absolutely adorable, and so are the dinosaurs. I felt that the demo had a lot to offer, and this game is going to be really good. The art style is childish and colorful. The town of Paleo Pines has a lot to explore and uncover. The town of Paleo Pines is known for its dinosaurs, quirky townsfolk, and its mysterious past. Build your farm with the help of your dinosaurs, plant crops, befriend more dinosaurs using the musical mechanic, and uncover the secrets in this precious little dino farming sim. This game is so adorable, and I can't imagine the wonders that the full game is gonna have at the full release. I really appreciate the simple yet fun quest gameplay that Paleo Pines offers, and I'm excited to play more upon the full release of this game in September. I am placing Paleo Pines in the A tier. One Lonely Outpost is another unique take on a farming game. It is a sci-fi colonization life sim where you terraform a barren planet, explore, farm, and build life on a new and mysterious planet. This game recently released in early access on June 26, 2023, but I had the chance to play the demo during Steam Next Fest. I admit I didn't play too much of this game, only a couple of hours, but I was very interested in this game after seeing the trailers. I'm sure this game has a ton of potential, but for me, it felt a little bit lackluster as it was a bit of a slow start. I appreciate that there was guidance through quests in the beginning of the game, or else I wouldn't have known what to do at all. I also found the tools very unique and interesting as they were based on the theme of the game. In outer space, they till soil, water the crops, and destroy rocks and piles of sand. I am not sure if it was just for the demo edition of this game, but as far as I saw, there was no character customization, which is a big flaw if that's how it's gonna stay. I'm not sure if that's going to be in the full release of this game or the early access version of this game, but in the demo there was no character customization because it's very fun to customize your own character in a life sim type of game. I'm gonna keep my eye on this game throughout its development. I understand that it just released in early access on Steam, and I know it can't be fully judged on its gameplay due to that. But based on my experience of the game so far, I am ranking the game in the C tier. The game is $19.99, but currently $15.99 due to the introductory offer because of early access. The next game is Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life. Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life is a remake of the Harvest Moon game from the GameCube in 2004. This is an adorable farming sim and life sim that takes place in Forgotten Valley. There's been a lot of hype around this game for those who played it as children and are now getting to experience the nostalgia of playing it today. The game released on June 27th, 2023, and in this game you care for your farm, you get married, you have a child, you grow a family, and you interact with the townsfolk to experience and appreciate the beauty of life. The game is played in 6 chapters where each year of the game is a chapter. So year 1/chapter 1, you get associated with the town and you get engaged. Year 2 or chapter 2 of the game, you get married and you have your child. And so the story continues on for the rest of the chapters. Play this game and experience the beauty of the storyline and the characters, and of course immerse yourself in the very relaxing farming elements as well. I am currently streaming my gameplay and experience of Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life on Twitch, and I stream several times a week if you want to catch me there. I'm enjoying this game so much that I am ranking it in the S tier category. This game is available on most systems. I am playing it on my Nintendo Switch, and it retails for $49.99, which is a higher price, but I would say that's a pretty typical price for a Nintendo Switch game, and you are able to pour loads of hours into this game. Cornucopia is another game that I played the demo of, and it is going to enter early access gameplay on July 31st, 2023. This is, yes, another farming game, and it's a 2.5D farm life RPG that includes combat with your pets, breeding rare animals, strawberry cows, taking care of crops, and engaging with over 50 plus NPCs. This game is full of quirky comedy, unique characters, and I really enjoyed playing the demo. Although I wasn't able to get a full feel for this game, I feel like there is a lot of potential here and a lot of heart poured into this game. And I'm curious what other people are going to think of it once it reaches early access and full release. Based on my experience so far, I am ranking Cornucopia in the B tier. The next game has gotten a lot of hype since its release, and I'm sure my ranking for this game is going to get a lot of judgment, but this just wasn't the right farming game for me. I think I disliked this game for the same reason that I didn't like Disney Dreamlight Valley, because it felt so quest-based, without the openness for me to decide which quests that I really wanted to do or things that I wanted to grind and work towards. I don't know if that makes sense, but the game was just like too guided for me. But I also found the game kind of confusing and I felt a bit lost. You're supposed to experience dreams in this game, but I didn't experience any because I didn't know how to figure out how to do that. I know that a lot of people are loving this game, but I just couldn't get myself into it. The one cool mechanic about this game that I did like is the basket tool, where you can just run through the crops and collect all of them without even having to like stop and click or do anything. The art style is also adorable and the animals are so precious, and chunky cows just make my heart very happy. This game was gifted to me kindly by the development team and I thank you so much. This game released on May 30th, 2023, and I am ranking this game in the C tier. The next game is Homestead Arcana. I didn't hear too much about this game, but I actually saw it on PC/Xbox Game Pass, and I wanted to check it out because it said you become a farming witch. And I'm like, oh, farming sim? Okay, let me try it. It was advertised as a game where you become a farming witch who uses spells to grow your crops and heal the land from the mysterious miasma. I was immediately impressed by the voice acting when I started the game, but that wasn't enough to cover up the lack of good character customization, the lonely gameplay, and the fact that this is hardly a farming sim at all. Yes, there's growing crops, but the basis of the game is exploring the miasma and trying to put a stop to it. It's a bit of a strange game, in my opinion, but if you have PC or Xbox Game Pass already, you can check it out and see for yourself. In terms of retail, the game is $19.99, but it's currently on sale for $15.99 on Steam. I would not recommend this game, and I'm going to put this one in the D tier. Moonstone Island is the next game, and this one is releasing in Q3 of this year. It's an adorable game where you collect creatures, kind of like Pokemon, but you engage in a card-based combat, which is also kind of similar to the Pokemon gameplay. You can catch them or just fight them. This is an open world game with over 100 islands to explore. There's also farming elements in this game, and there's a ton of really cute NPCs. I don't know if you can get married, but I think you can. You play as an alchemist in training on Moonstone Island. Now, I only played the demo of this game during Steam Next Fest, but I really enjoyed it. It is so fun and so cute, and I really think it's gonna pop off once it's fully released. It was very different, yet very familiar with the Pokemon elements, the farming elements, and more. I am ranking this game in the A tier. And lastly, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I do consider a cozy game. I've only played the game for about a week or so because I was late to picking it up. The game draws you in with rich storyline and some new mechanics since the last game, since Breath of the Wild. I'm having so much fun playing this game, and I'm playing it at a slow pace, little by little. I'm taking my time figuring out the puzzles and discovering all the new elements and storylines and quests. Without saying too much, I'm going to rank Zelda in the S tier as I am really enjoying it and liking the game. What new games have you played this year so far, and which ones are you enjoying or not enjoying? What other games are you looking forward to that are coming out? Some of my top games are Fae Farm, Farm Folks, and Fields of Mistria. But that is it for the new games that I have played so far in the first half of 2023. There are still so many cute games that are coming out, and I can't wait. But I also am like, how am I gonna have time to play all these games? Please follow me on all my other socials to stay in the loop with me, and check out my Twitch where we can hang out. I stream several times a week and I really enjoy it. And please, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment so I know, and I will see you guys when I see you.